Isn't it funny how a single peanut can be a harmless snack for one person and puffy panic for the next? A cat can be someone's favorite pet and another person's kryptonite. And every single spring, millions of people find themselves in snotty agony because of something as harmless as pollen floating through the air. Well, my astute ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to figure that out. Hello and welcome to Curious Sick, where we aren't allergic to the simple yet hard questions. Speaking of which, what's up with allergies? Some people have them, some people don't. Now, that's all well and good, but let's get down to the nitty gritty and see what's really underneath the surface. Now, the first thing we gotta talk about, though, is why. Why does our body betray us like it's Judas Iscariot on the Last Supper when all I wanted was a simple scoop of peanut butter? Well, it all starts with our good old friend, the immune system. The immune system has one job, and it does it indiscriminately. It needs to figure out what belongs inside your body and what doesn't. And whatever shouldn't be there gets its subscription to life revoked. Every second of every day, it encounters bacteria, viruses, fungi, parasites, and thousands of other substances. Most of the time, it makes the right call. Other times, though, well, when a virus enters your body, the immune system attacks it. When bacteria invade a wound, the result's the same. That's exactly what it's supposed to do. But sometimes the immune system can make a bit of an oopsie. Instead of finding a genuine threat, it identifies something harmless as dangerous. Imagine a guard dog who's so paranoid that he bites every visitor, thinking that they're an intruder. That's essentially what an allergy is. So, in actuality, allergies aren't the immune system being terrible at doing its job because it's sluggish or underdeveloped. Quite the opposite. It's doing its job too aggressively. And once that happens, an incredibly complex chain reaction begins. The key player is a special type of antibody called IgE, immunoglobulin E. This green goblin sounding compound is a type of antibody, a specialized protein produced by our immune system. Think of the antibodies as a kind of bounty poster. Every one of them is designed to recognize a special target, or allergen in this case. When a person is exposed to an allergen that affects them, their body may create IgE antibodies specifically designed to recognize that allergen. Those antibodies then attach themselves to immune cells called mast cells. These mast cells are a type of white blood cell and a key player in your immune system. They act as the body's internal alarm system, residing in connective tissues throughout the body. And this is where things get interesting. Because mast cells are practically tiny biological landmines. They're packed with chemical weapons waiting for a signal to release them. The first exposure often doesn't cause a noticeable or big effect. Instead, it's more like setting a trap. The immune system places IgE antibodies on mast cells throughout the body and waits. Then the person encounters the allergen again. This time, the allergen sticks to the IgE antibodies. The mast cells receive the signal, and suddenly they explode into action. One of the main chemicals they release is histamine. Histamine causes blood vessels to expand. It increases mucus production, irritates nerves, causes swelling, and many of the symptoms we associate with allergies, sneezing, itching, watery eyes, hives, and congestion, are actually the effects of histamine flooding local tissue area. In severe cases, the reaction can spread throughout the body. This is known as anaphylaxis, and trust me, it's as bad as it sounds. Blood pressure can collapse, airways can narrow, and without immediate treatment, the situation can become life threatening. But this still leaves us with a mystery. If allergies can be so dangerous, why would evolution ever allow them to exist? The answer may be that allergies weren't originally designed for pollen, peanuts, or cats. Many scientists believe that the IgE system evolved primarily to help our ancestors fight parasites. Unlike bacteria and viruses, parasites are often too large to be destroyed by using conventional immune tactics, so the body evolved a specialized response capable of dealing with them. The problem is that the same powerful system can sometimes be triggered by completely harmless substances. In a sense, the body's pulling a fire alarm when someone lights a candle. The danger is vastly overestimated. Genetics play a major role in determining who develops allergies. There isn't a single allergy gene. Instead, dozens or even hundreds of genes influence how the immune system responds to the world. If your parents have allergies, your chances of developing allergies are significantly higher. But genes aren't the whole story. Environment matters too. The microbes we encounter, the air we breathe, the food we eat, and many other factors can influence how our immune system develops. That's why two people can live in the same house and respond completely differently to the same allergen. Today, allergies affect hundreds of millions of people worldwide. And although scientists understand far more about them than they did a century ago, there are still a lot of unanswered questions like why do allergy rates seem to be increasing? Why do some people suddenly develop allergies later in life? And why do some immune systems react while others remain completely unbothered? Those are questions researchers are still trying to answer. What we do know is that allergies aren't random. They're the result of one of the most powerful defense systems ever produced by evolution making a simple but consequential mistake. A mistake that turns harmless substances into perceived threats. A mistake that can make a flower, a cat, or a peanut look like an enemy. And all because the immune system is trying a little too hard to keep us safe. And that's the story of allergies, a case of mistaken identity millions of years in the making. Turns out the immune system isn't allergic to mistakes. It's just really good at making them. Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe so we can keep bringing you valuable content like this.